4. Hello, it's our TED Talk class. Today we will talk about linguistic, about new words, and our video called "What Makes a Word Real." Vasants, could you please explain us what is the video about?
In this video, the speaker said about dictionaries. They have always been looking at dictionaries for searching and meaning the words, searching for the meanings of the words. And but we have never thought about who is behind the dictionary, who created the dictionary, who edited the dictionary. So this talk is about them. She said that the editors are not creators. They are just taking the words from the real usage, from the users. So don't be afraid of, or don't be hesitated to make any new experiments with words. That's what she is saying in this video.
Yes, very good. Sergey, would you like to add something about video, about your feelings, about the topic?
I have known one interesting thing that dictionary made of white people. It's I talk correct. It's very interesting for me because I don't think about it, and I took a dictionary and I found the word. It's all, but for me, some people think about new words, and several people put these words in the dictionary, and after that we became to understand that this word is real. For example, tweet, and it's and one one funny thing from her about that she known several people who find dictionaries authors. It's abnormal for usually people.
Sorry, I didn't get find me in real life or what? Find dictionary after. I didn't get the last one.
Looking for some people looking for author of dictionary.
For what?
For example, who makes this dictionary?
Okay. I understand. Gerard, would you like to add?
Yes, I think we could extrapolate all this speech about in other languages, because all the languages get words from other languages, and I like getting new words. What I don't like is when some lazy people transgress grammar rules and they make bad expressions, make a bad way and an ugly way of speaking the language. I don't like that.
You're so strict, Gerard. Very, very strict. Yes. You see, she said that this is a matter of attitude. You should lighten up a bit, about rules and everything. You're not a teacher, but okay. But I get your point. I'm just teasing you.
Okay, Diana, tell us about your attitude. How you like?
Well, my attitude. Well, being a teacher of English, I welcome all the changes, and all the usages of the language. Well, actually, you were talking about the author of the dictionaries, and one of my professors was, when I was a student, back in the day. So one of my professors was the author of a couple of dictionaries, English, Russian dictionaries. So I know what it means to consult an author, but not the dictionary, So it was kind of cool. Yes. He passed away, but he was great. He was such a cool guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked the lady, and being a professor of the English language, I would say that she's speaking she's using a lot of slang, don't you think? She's a very modern sounding lady. I liked her.
Okay, and about consulting the author of dictionary, is the idiom to know or to get from the horse mouth is appropriate here?
Probably. Yeah. Okay.
So let me write it. To know from the mouth, just for record.
Yes, yes. So don't forget horse. How about horse? You wrote it.
Wrong, right?
Yes.
I was checking your attitude to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, my attitude is the same, you know. Okay.
Sergey, do you know this idiom?
Yes, I know about two idioms hungry. It's very interesting. I have been hungry very often after my work day, and my family feel not good in this time for 15 or 30 minutes after my work day.
Ah, okay.
Do you have special room where you sit for this 40 minutes?
I don't a lot of room because I have two children and wife, and my children share all my
Space.
all my space. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
You need bigger flat, you know, bigger house, more rooms then. So that's the way out.
Maybe.
I just shared a link to the Padlet, which is our list of questions. If you don't have it yet. So, Vasants, please check anything, any question, what you like, and let's start from it. And you're muted, Vasants.
Okay, I would like to go with Gerard's first question. Why some words or expressions never get accepted as a proper, for instance, ain't?
Okay. Gerard, what do you think? Why?
Because they are ugly. Because
Ugly.
This you can read this word in Charles Dickens' books in the 19th century. So it's very old, this expression, and it's very common. But I think it shows low class people, you know.
It's a good question. How it show low class people? Why we tag some words with a class? Why we tag people by words and so on? So what my grandma told about me? Diana, what do you think? Am I a docker or something like that?
No, you just need to, you know, to learn the language. That's the different thing. So, but actually, Gerard said that this ain't in the times of the Dickens. It was used by either, I don't know, servants. Yes, so very poor people. That's why it is. Okay, it's like seen as a low class. Well, and now I think that that ain't is used by I don't know, like in ghetto kind of places in the US, right? So that's why it has kind of a negative thing, but you can find it in many songs right now, right? So I don't know, in like everyday expressions as well. So I think that Teacher Lee used it a couple of times. So, I think it is that ugly though, but okay, you are entitled to your opinion, Gerard. You're very strict.
Yeah, I think it's ugly because it has so many meanings, you know. It's not it doesn't have a specific meaning. So it can mean many different things.
Okay, what about gonna, wanna, and so on? We can see it in any article about English. Never use that. You are not a man who's supposed to do that. Why?
Yeah, and a lot of people do that. And the lady in the video, she did that. So that's not a problem for her.
So
Yeah.
it's not a problem for a linguistic professor, but a problem for English learner, right?
Well, I don't know if it is a problem, but I think that the thing with the language and with those words is to know when to use it. When you are here, you know, in this situation, you can use wanna, gonna, and nobody will tell anything, right? When you are in the IELTS exam, of course, please don't use it. So because you'll be in trouble. I don't know.
Okay, Sergey, do you like this slang? Gonna, wanna? Do you use it?
No, I don't like this because I don't understand the slang.
Mhm.
I like British pronunciations and
Sergey, and something happened. Sergey, something happened with your sound. It looks like another mic now working or something like that. Or you far away from your mic, maybe.
repeat,
Please
please.
try to
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
better.
Oh.
Mhm.
Better. So what do you think about this slang? Gonna, wanna? Should we use it? Are you using it in your conversation and so on?
No, I don't use this.
Okay.
You don't hear me?
In a bad way. Again.
We do, but there is something with the mic. But we got the idea. Sergey does not like them and he does not use it. He
Mhm.
prefers British pronunciation, right?
Diana, can you show us how to say gonna in British pronunciation?
Going to. I'm going to do that. Yes. I'm
yes.
going to speak as a
It's
British
comfortable
right
for
now.
me.
Yes. And I want to. Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Not wanna.
But I think it's a nice example of special usage. Sometimes authors of the books can use it to show the character of the to show the character by the vocabulary and so on.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yes, it's a good thing to show, to use it as a stylistic device. So this is what authors of the fiction books do, right?
I think those expressions, gonna and wanna, are idiosyncrasy of American English. Because, you know, I don't know, but American English speakers don't like to pronounce the sound T. So many
Yeah.
times they miss the T, drop out the T. So wanna, it's a way to do that. But many words, sentence, you know, sentence, and many words. So
Right.
that makes English more difficult for us to understand. I like the T sound.
Okay.
So let's go back to the question. So the question was: does it mean making mistakes is acceptable in order to create new words? So the question was different.
Yeah, it was another question. So I don't know what you're talking about right now. Mhm.
So what do you think, Diana? Does it mean making mistakes is acceptable or not? If you are going into for the good, you know, for the making new words.
I actually don't get the question. What about making mistakes? Making mistakes is acceptable in what way? So everybody makes mistakes. So if we
I
were
got
making
it.
mistakes in order to create new words, you mean?
Yes.
I kind of like creating new words. I enjoy learning, you know, new and witty words. And I liked some examples that the speaker told us about. So I like that Plutoed verb as a verb. Do you remember that? Plutoed, which meant demoted. So I like that example a lot. I think it is very, very, it's funny and witty. So why not to use that? It's good. So of course it does not mean that it will last or that our children will understand it later, you know, but for now it seems like current and interesting to use the word.
Okay, let me rephrase the questions slightly. Well, the answer is good, but I just think about another thing. And I usually play with language, so I can do mistakes intentionally for making new sense or something like that, but in Russian, not in English. I am not ready probably for
Sure,
do that
that's
in
right.
English. So when I when I do my mistakes, when I make my mistakes
Mhm.
in English, I do it unintentionally mostly, and
Sure.
it's probably in a bad way. It's not making new words; it's something else. So
Well, yeah, but here the speaker was talking about not about students making mistakes, right? But about people creating new words. Some buzzwords, yes, are becoming new vocabulary. Some words which are not in the dictionary are getting into the dictionary. So, and this is kind of interesting. So I think that English language as like the widely used language, yes, like the common language of the world, is very, very quick to, you know, to make all those new vocabulary, to spring those new words, which is nice because I love language. So I find it interesting and fascinating.
thank you, Gerard. What about you? Do you making mistakes intentionally in Spanish or English for making new sense, for inventing new words?
I don't like inventing new words, but sometimes I change my register. Well, when I am speaking Spanish, or if I am speaking with people, you know, who have less education, I lower my register. I don't know how to do that in English yet, but I always try to keep speaking properly. And I think that there are two ways of understanding English: the way of native speakers and the way of us. That we use English as a lingua franca, as a way to communicate people from different countries and cultures. So that's different. And natives also like that we should see things from their perspective.
Okay, Vasants, we are still in the same questions which you started, so please, Vasants.
Is that the same question?
Yes, we are still here.
Okay, but I thought it's my question.
Yeah, it was your question, the second question.
Okay. Actually, I was gone before that. Okay. What I wanted to say is, in this video, the speaker said, making experiments with words is acceptable, not grammar. So that's what I think she meant, because I did once. Once we were on a class with Holly, and I was unintentionally said a word stepping in and out of courtroom, but actually it was a right way to express the word. But I was not aware of that. But fortunately, it was a right word. So sometimes it works.
So you just got the same way as the author of this phrase, right?
Yes.
Do you change your language in your native Tamil language? Do you make these mistakes intentionally to make more sense?
No, not.
Sergey, what about you? What do you think? Do you do that?
What do you think about that? About new words?
Sergey, something with mic again. Please try again.
Алло.
Now
Better,
it's clear.
better.
Алло.
Yes, we hear you.
Yes. And please repeat your questions.
Do you change your language intentionally to make new sense, to make new words? Do you think it's acceptable? What about Russian and English?
In my opinion, in my language, in my Russian language, it was very changed from my new job, because we have a lot of relationships with abroad, with foreign people. Саша, выключи, пожалуйста. And we have a lot of English words in Russian between talked Russian people. For example, it's very popular words meeting,
Mhm.
and we use these words as English meeting. Earlier, we use these words are demonstration of public holiday. Now we use this meeting. It's obviously for us, but it's not obviously for my friend and for my family.
Mhm. Mhm. How we call this process, Gerard to Diana? How we call this process when we getting words from other languages?
Oh, I forgot the term. There is the special term for that.
Something
But-
like adaptation, maybe.
Not exactly, but there is the special term. Yes, when
Mhm.
you adopt the foreign words to your language and use them with the meaning of that foreign language. Yes, yes, but I forgot.
I know the word barbarism.
Wow.
Well, that's not that. You're so strict today, Gerard. What's wrong with you?
Because
What happened?
in Catalan we use this word a lot.
Ah, okay.
And some people they don't like words that come from English, like hardware and software, which are quite common, and they translate them in Catalan. But I think that's a little bit stupid.
Okay.
Well, I understand that because what Sergey mentioned in my IT industry, the same happen. We don't have Russian terms for everything, and sometimes when speaker on conference speaking, it looks like some new language because
Yeah.
only preposition and sometimes verbs are Russian and the rest is English. And many people are really angry about that. Really, many people ask us, let's invent our own terminology. Let's do that, and please never use. I don't know. We call it Anglicism, but I don't know how to translate it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So these are borrowings. Borrowings. We borrow the words from other language. Yeah. So and actually, I don't like it when people do that in Ukrainian as well, because there is such a process, especially young people. They use a lot of English buzzwords. Yeah. So. A lot of them, and there are beautiful Ukrainian words meaning the same thing, and I always correct those people. I'm like language police in Ukrainian.
You accuse me, Diana.
Yeah, Gerard, you're right.
You are worse than me.
Yes, I'm Nazi, Ukrainian Nazi. That's right. I correct people, yes, in Ukrainian. I don't mind new words in English. Yes, maybe you are right. Maybe because this is like a native language and you feel kind of protective, right? You don't want other languages to mingle, to pollute it somehow. You want to keep it pure, right? So I think it is a normal thing.
Well, it's understandable. It's about the same what I talked about,
right?
About this conference. But sometimes when people try to translate it in proper Russian, many people after say like, okay, let's go back to the English because it sounds too bad now. Because sometimes we need to explain with a long sentence, short English term.
That's right. Yes, English is very famous for that. Very, very precise and short the terms, which mean like big thing. Yeah. Okay.
Vasant, please.
So okay. I wanted to talk about the borrowing thing. For example, in that video, the speaker said balcony was borrowed from Italian to English. So that means literally either of how to say that? Yes, either of the language has a lack of a word to express that thing. So experimenting is good to invent or discover new words, because a dictionary is not a holy Bible. Even Holy Bible was accepted to add some chapters even after the Jesus birth. So nothing is definite. So it is timeless. So we can add many words as a possible in future.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool.
So answering the same question, I think it's okay to make mistakes in your native language, but it's not okay to make that in your in your learned language, because you cannot feel that, cannot feel it so
Yeah.
good, and you just how to say it, not in charge for this language, not in charge for this language. Someone else should do that for you. It's my opinion. I don't pretend it's the only way. So Sergey, please choose another question, because half of our class is passed and we already finished one.
1 minute.
Mhm.
I found these questions. Do you have any organizations that control and keep up with the changes in both grammar and vocabulary used by people in your country?
Can you answer?
And I don't know about official organization in Russia, but I know a lot of political men who fight with new words from foreign. Uh, for example, Zhirinovsky. Zhirinovsky permanently fight with Anglicisms, and
Mhm.
this very strange situation. It's very funny. For example, Zhirinovsky want to make football as Russian Nogomyach. It's a strangely,
Mhm.
and I think it's a bad way for improve language.
Mhm. Okay. Well, I think what you mentioned about Zhirinovsky is just a joke. You know, it's just hard to explain. Hard to explain for foreigners, but it looks like people who make points on TV for that. So it's not a real thing, my opinion. And I know that in Russia we have some official structure which not invent new words, but fixing, how to say it, fix the dictionary for that each year. But I forgot the name for that. some Russian state university or something like this. Cannot say for sure. Jart, how it's in Spain?
In Spain, we have Real Academia Española. That means Royal Academy, Spanish Academy. So this institution curates, takes control of the new words, and they remove old words, old-fashioned words, and add new words to the dictionary. But it's not something immediate, you know. It takes a few years to add new words.
Diana, what about Ukraine? The same?
Yeah, I think that it's similar to Russian thing. There are official people who are in charge of the rules, the pronunciation thing, the grammar, and all that stuff. So, but language is changing. I can, when I came to Ukraine, I experienced that. When I came here, the language was different, and I can compare it now from some years while I was living here, and I can remember the movies that I watched. Of course, I did not know the language as well as I know it now, but I still could understand the translation of some American movies or some English movies was not good enough, was not proper, was not correct. It was funny sometimes. Even I could understand, though my Ukrainian was not the best at that time, So that's interesting how the language is changing and developing. So, and what is also interesting that sometimes, on our TV, I can hear the new buzzword, like as if one journalist just found something in the dictionary or read a book, and then everybody is using this word all over the sudden. And for some time, everybody is doing that, and it makes me sick.
As far as I understand, maybe I'm wrong. Ukrainian is changing fast recently. Is it right?
I can say that it is just coming back, because it used to be more Russian in most parts of Ukraine, but now a lot of people speak Ukrainian, and I can see it, I can feel it, in the streets. A lot of younger people start speaking, and like smaller kids, they cannot. When my little one speaks Russian, you actually heard her. That's funny, So that's it is different. It is different because now, like the new generation, there is a generation who was born in independent Ukraine, so that is different. They know the language from their birth, and it is like a native language for them.
Vasans, how it's with Tamil language? Do you have this official structure or something?
No, no such organizations here, but every Tamil-speaking guy can, he knows the terms, how to speak and how to pronounce. So we don't have such any separate organization. Every individual has it. So they will correct
Do you learn it? Do they teach it at school, like the rules, the grammar? Do they teach Tamil language at school?
Yes, they teach.
So you have textbooks and with rules in those textbooks, right?
Yes, not exactly the rules book. It is about the old, how to say that, old poems and many other things, cultural things like Shakespeare in English. So
yeah.
So
you don't have actually, because here, we have like English books, right? Where they have like English grammar and everything. So this is like a foreign language for our kids. And they have like Ukrainian language books at school. So they learn grammar and they learn all those rules connected with the language. So.
Yes, but what we have been taught by our teachers is ancient Tamil.
Okay.
It is not being speaking in real time. We are using it very, how to say that, like a rural kind of thing.
Okay. In rural areas, right? So like.
Yes. On textbooks.
Very interesting, I would say.
Yeah,
very unusual, at least. I got used that we have rules. We have rules written, and if you are a grammar Nazi, you always can prove. There is, it's written. It's so.
Yeah.
Yes. You can see the difference between the 1950s Tamil movies and today's Tamil movies. Both languages are very different.
Yeah.
Well, again, we can see everywhere that language is a living, what? I don't know. Language is something life. I don't know how to say.
Alive, yes.
Something alive. Well, I don't see that too much in Russian, but kind of a few new words at least each. Words and.
I think that it's very hard to say when you are inside, this this language. It is heard and seen from the outside. I would say that Russian language is changing.
But I think it's not about change the rules and invent new words. Sometimes people just start speak in different way. I don't know why, but the phrase which were not used before, start to be popular now, and then it changed again, and somehow we can understand that from any period, but we'll speak different from different historic period, like that. Gerard?
A question for you, Ivan. I read all the Russian classics of the 19th century. Is the Russian from those books very different from your Russian now?
It's understandable. I think it's hard to speak so because we got used to speak in another way, but I don't think that anyone has problem with understanding.
We will ask your sons, a couple of years later. Okay. And I think that they will say that they cannot understand it.
Okay. Gerard, please choose a question. Another one.
Okay. What do you think about the internet language, especially internet slang?
It's a favorite question for us.
Yes, I think sometimes it's necessary. For instance, we got like the word Google. Google, we use Google, so I think it's an excellent word. Use this this word as a verb. I don't know how to say.
In different way, you mean?
It's okay for
You mean
me.
you mean how to say Google in different way?
To search using internet searcher, that's too long.
Just to search.
Yes.
Search.
But it's not so specific, right? It's
Yes, there are
it can
different
be-
engines, right?
yes, it's not about engines only. It can be to search in the I don't know, offline dictionary. To search it can mean ask your wife, for instance.
Yeah.
But Google it's much more precise. That's why we like that. So I don't know if anyone has another opinion about these questions. Should we discuss it? No?
I
Sergey,
think
what-
it is for the lazy people, like LOL.
Sometimes it is hard to, to understand. It's like a jargon that you, when you don't use it, when you are not in the situation, you feel kind of old when young people start talking those terms, So, yeah.
But I think that we are trying to invent something new and something better what we have. So, for instance, Google is better than search because it's more specific, right? Sometimes the slang is very funny or I don't know, enjoyable or implies some jokes or like that. So if you don't understand it at first time, but then when you Googling for that, when you understand the idea, you will use it more and more, and you probably will enjoy that.
Yeah,
I think so.
you're probably right.
And besides, internet is an important part of our lives nowadays.
Right.
It's like people who live in the North Pole, they have a special different word for the sort of snow. So now
Yes.
we live on the internet, so we need to create those new words.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
and I
but-
think Vasant told that language actually reflects the reality. Yes, not the other way around. That's why it is changing, because our reality is changing. So, and the words are coming up when we need them, and if you don't have this precise word to describe something, some event or some action, you just invent a new one. It's cool. I like that.
Vasant?
It's happening in my language too when it comes to the technological terms like software and many things like so it's evolving from the technological terms, so we need to add the relevant words in my language.
So you mean you not borrow the term, but you invent your own, right?
Yes, it's like deriving there's a meaning for a soft and there's a meaning for a where, so we just add together. So it's
That's
like
nice.
Yeah, it's funny for us.
Yeah.
So
Adorable,
Yeah.
as the lady said. Oh.
Vasant, I know that you have some funny example for us about a new word. Am I right?
Yes.
Can you share it?
Yes. I want to share a word, Colaveri. It was added to the Urban Dictionary. So I will copy and paste the link here because it's a famous lyrics from a famous chartbuster song from Tamil language. So it went viral all over the India. So and then the Urban Dictionary decided to add the word to their meaning. So Colaveri means the urge to kill somebody.
Wow, it's a nice word. Very positive one.
Beautiful.
Actually, the song was about a love failure guy singing about the girl. So why are you being like this? Why are you so adamant? Why are you having the urge to kill me? Yeah,
Wow.
it goes like that.
So this song, I think, is not politically correct.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have Americans today. We can be kind of politically incorrect in our hangout.
Yeah, I have an example of politically incorrect thing.
Go on.
So this is a verb, to mansplain. Can you tell me what it means? To mansplain. Can you guess what it means?
It mean, let me guess, it's something, start to speak about feminist things.
No. Actually, that's a, well, actually, it is in a dictionary. I found it in a dictionary, but it's kind of a buzzword or something like that. So to mansplain means to explain something in a very, very long way, as if, and especially when a man explains this thing to a woman, so that's why it is mansplain. So he's trying to talk to her as if she's like the dumbest thing in the world, and he's talking and talking and talking. So he's mansplaining things to her.
Can it be to mansplain the things to him?
Well, it does not work that way because of that man at the very beginning, So to mansplain means to explain. Well, probably if somebody is too obtuse, almost as a woman, So yeah, then you can to mansplain something.
Okay, I think it's a
Cool
trap.
one. You're very careful always, Ivan. So I like that about you. Yeah, a lot of training. Yes.
Okay, so let's ask another unpolitically correct Russian. Sergey, what do you think about this verb? Will you use that now? No,
Sergey.
probably some problems with mic again.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or just doesn't
Gerard?
want to get into that trap,
Maybe. Sometimes the silence is good. It's better
Yes.
than
Yeah,
even no comments.
Married men usually know this rule. Yes, it's better to keep silent. Just to pretend that you're not here. Pretend that you are a plant.
Okay, I have an example of invented word. In this year, it was in Oxford Dictionary. It's a post-truth. It's about it's a political term about all our modern world, about Brexit, Trump, all the things we like so much. And I don't think that I can explain it correctly because definition is kind of vague for me. But as I got it, it's some way to explain things or to make declarations of something when the real facts does not matter. The real facts, just feelings are matter. So let's make America great again. How? We don't care. When? We don't care. Just let's make it. It's important. All others, it's doesn't important. The same with Brexit. Just let's do it, and it will be better for us. How better? We don't care. Just better.
Okay.
So it's how I get it. But feel free to correct me if you want at any time. Another examples? Actually, it's my question from the list. I asked for name a fresh word and explain it if you know one. Gerard? No?
No, I don't know.
Hmm. Okay, it's not a questions from the top of your head. I think not to answer from the top of your head.
Off the top of your head. Mhm.
Not a question to answer off the top of your head.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, from second time I I did that.
Right.
Diana,
And
would you like to choose?
Gerard is reading classical literature, so no buzzwords over there.
No, I read all sort of literature.
Yeah.
And there was
Eclectic.
news about news about Trump too.
Actually, Urban Dictionary has a lot of Trump
No.
words. Yeah. So, and some of them are very insulting. A lot of cuss words over there. So, Urban Dictionary is not a dictionary that you should use when you want to talk about with teachers or write an essay. But some of them are very funny.
Okay, now Diana, let me ask Gerard and Sergey. Was Diana just making mansplain thing to us or not?
Yeah, kind of did. I thought you didn't notice.
I forgot another word about patronizing something.
Patronizing, that's right. Yes, and that's just a habit. That's a teacher thing. So I'm sorry.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. It's why we are here. It's why we are here. Diana, can you choose another question from the list?
Yes. Just a moment. Okay. I think that we did all the questions. I can see some of them are just repeated.
Agreed. So,
which is the best way? Gerard's third question. Which is the best way to know if a new word or expression is valid?
Good one. What do you think?
Well, I think if the word is used by many people, if everybody understands that the meaning of this word, it is valid. Actually, I asked my daughter the same question today. I just made a random sound, like blah, 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 and told her that this means something. I don't remember exactly what it meant. And she tried to repeat the word, and I asked her what it means. And she said, it means this and this. So is it a real word? And she said, yes. Why is it real? Because I know what it means, she said. So that's her definition. If she understands what it means, so that's a real word.
You are messing up your daughter.
Yeah,
Diana.
absolutely. That's right.
Then not complain.
Okay.
You will remember forever this word.
Vasants, do you have a comment?
Yes, actually I agree with Diana, because in that video that speaker also said that even if it's incorrect literally, but if it's accepted by many people, it is okay to use that word, like peruse. I think it's
But I think
peruse, right?
But I think the question is how to measure that it's accepted by many people.
We must ask the teachers.
No, don't ask them, because they're patronizing and they're very conservative. So I think that better to ask Google. If you Google that and you see that there is 1 million found, and it's good enough, man, it's used enough. So that's my answer. So any last comments before we finished? Something new?
Teacher Lee just woke up.
Yeah, such a topic. Oh my goodness. Well, such a topic, right?
Yes, probably we need to schedule it again, right? For him, so we can invent new questions and new songs
new words.
New
Yes,
words.
We can find
Yes.
another topic related to linguistics because there are many topics and
that's
there are a
right.
lot of things to talk about this.
Mhm.
Okay, so nice timing, and we finished all the questions, and everyone had the chance to choose the questions. So thank you for that class. And let's
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
meet
Bye.
again.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Let's
see you
meet
next
again.
week.
See
Mhm.
you next week.
Bye bye.